In this video, I'd like to show you how to build a full set of sunscreens for an automobile. The sun beating down on your upholstery can damage it almost as bad as having kids. The solution? Stop the sunlight from reaching your upholstery. This can be accomplished by continuing the sunscreen in the windshield all the way around the sides of the car. Let me show you how easy these blackout curtains are to put in. You simply grab the curtain, pull the little tab, push it in, and it's in. That's how simple it is. When you're ready to move, you're ready to move. It's a lot easier than putting the sunscreen in the front windshield. You may have noticed in that video the sunscreens were not shiny. They were actually black. This is accomplished by adding a black layer of cloth on the outside of the sunscreen. The black helps absorb heat to bring the temperature in the car up in the winter, and just plain makes the car look good when it's parked. Okay, let's see how we build them. Start out with one of your normal windshield sunscreens. Use the material of your choice to make a template of your window. This is both my front windows on my Camry. Lay them down on the sunscreen and trace them. Now we're ready to cut. See this nice little strap that velcros itself? There, velcros itself. Let me show you what to do with that. You don't need it, throw it away. If you stop at this point, well, let me show you what'll happen. Or, if you're really unlucky, you'll put it in and it'll stay. You'll drive somewhere, put them in, the sun will heat them up, they lose their stiffness, then they'll fall out. So let's fix this problem. You'll need vinyl tape. Better sit down for this part, about $50 a roll. We use vinyl because it's impervious to the heat and cold that it'll experience while it's in the car. The first sunscreen I built, I used duct tape. After the first hot day, I had a big old mass of goo. Anyway, after cutting your sunscreen, the edge of the sunscreen where you cut is very susceptible to damage. So what you need to do is go in there and tape up all the edges as I'm showing here. Here we see all the edges of the sunscreen are taped up. Time to add some stiffening brackets. This is the tin strips used on roofs to create drip lines. Lay the tin out and mark it for cutting. Then cut it where you've marked it. We need to flatten the piece of tin out to get rid of that bend, making sure you start out with real small hits to get it past the 90-degree point, otherwise you'll buckle it. Then you can lay into it and make it flat. You're ready to install your support. You can see here I marked the inside of the sunscreen. You want to make sure you put it on the inside, not the outside. This support will get rid of all this flexibility I'm showing you. First we tack it into place. Then we securely attach the entire support. Now that we've upgraded our sunscreen, let's give it a try again. As you can see, installation is much easier. We have a gap to allow air to enter. However, it's still not quite operational, no matter how many times we try. Right here is the solution to our problem. We'll create one more support to take advantage of this little lip on the top and bottom of the window. We'll place the support right here in the middle. When you mark it up for cutting, make sure you leave a little bit hanging off the bottom and leave about 2 or 3 inches hanging off the top, because we'll trim that up later. After you cut it, go ahead and flatten it. Then round over the edges of the bottom and smooth them out so there's no burrs. And we'll apply a nice layer of tape on the metal to protect your upholstery from being scratched, dented, or dinged. This shows what it's going to look like when it's installed in the car. Place your sun shield against the window. Position your support where you want it. Tack it into place to hold it, and you'll have a little overlap on the top. Paying attention to the fact that the door curves, go ahead and mark your metal high enough up that it'll go into the top groove. Cut your support, round it over and smooth it, and then tape it like you did on the bottom side. Finally, the shield will stay in by itself. Just a little more detail work and we're done. Finish taping up the main vertical support. Not taping the top part of the support bracket will allow you to bend it to insert it into the top groove. Your final problem is this. You will still have weak, flimsy areas that could make installation difficult. That can be easily fixed by completing your tape job. The tape supports it and makes it stiff. And here's your final product. And the view from outside. In the wintertime, I attach a layer of black cloth over the shiny surface. The benefits to this I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Two other benefits I didn't mention are, you can use electronic items inside like laptops and iPads without the sun washing out the screen, and your automobile's security is enhanced. Criminals can't tell if there's anybody in the car or not, and they can't see if there's anything valuable, so they're less likely to break in. Before you ask what about looking in the back window, I have a fix for that too. Cut yourself out a cardboard template that fits the back window. Attach a layer of black felt cloth onto it and find 2 small bungee cords. Find your child's seat latch points in the back window and open them up. The Camry has these 2 little divots in the roof in the back of the car for a pull-up sunscreen. Install your blackout curtain in the back and use the 2 bungee cords to hold the curtain in place by attaching it between the roof divot and the child's seat attach point. Once you've done all this, you can truly say no crook's going to be able to see inside your car. Well, that's about it, so thanks for watching.